Alright, you guys, is everyone ready to defend Townsville?
Yes. Hang on a sec, Hex. Townsville, that's in Queensland. Is it another cane turret attack? Darren, ready your laser.
Negative, Barjo. This Townsville is a fictional city.
Yes, it's time for the Powerpuff Girls.
Oh.
What is it, Mayor? Mojo Jojo again? We're on our way.
The Powerpuff Girls, defenders of Townsville, sees the three adorable heroines take on the evil Mojo Jojo once again, only to have their memories erased and plunged into a nightmarish world of robots.
Powerpuff Girls to the rescue!
A world of robots? Sounds like paradise.
It's no paradise, Darren. These are killer robots.
Wait, how do I punch again?
And with no memory to speak of, the Powerpuff Girls can't use their powers to defend themselves.
So that's how I throw a punch.
Ah, that meddling Mojo Jojo. Guys, so often games use the amnesia technique as a way to teach players how to use their abilities. But this is a pretty simple game that gets straight to the action, so you do forgive it for being a little unoriginal with its setup.
During the tutorial, you'll play as Buttercup and steadily acquire some basic abilities to fight off the hordes of robos. Most importantly, your ability to fly.
Cool. I forgot how nice it is to fly.
All the humour and style from the cartoon has been incorporated into the game quite well, with gameplay style similar to that of Metroidvania and the Bulletstorm style of games. Your aim is simple: avoid the robot attacks, clear each area, and rescue the other Powerpuff Girls.
Way to go, Buttercup!
I do like that the style of this game is consistent with the cartoon. The art is solid, the music and occasional sound bites from the characters are all good too.
Freaking evil robots is my favorite!
But the level design is a little frustrating. It's essentially a maze of rectangular rooms you need to find your way through, unlocking new areas to find hidden power-ups. But often you can only get through certain areas once you've acquired a particular skill, and that means a lot of backtracking.
Yeah, I got a bit tired of going around in circles, and the gameplay is pretty basic, so it wasn't that thrilling having to clear room after room over and over again. But I do think the simplicity of shooters like this are part of the fun as well.
Yeah, it has that mindless arcade aspect that you can potentially jump into in short bursts. And while I was enjoying myself when I felt like I was making real progress, I was also going a little bit crazy. It's just so frustrating when you can see something that you need but you don't have the right ability to get it. But that's part of what drives you to continue, I guess.
As the game progresses, you'll realise that just one Powerpuff Girl is not enough to access many parts of the areas you started in. Once you find your way through the maze of rooms to rescue Blossom, you'll discover one of her abilities is what you needed to melt ice blocks that were preventing you from progressing. And so on with the final member of the trio, Bubbles.
Yes, and that means more backtracking.
Affirmative.
As you regain the members of your trio, the map slowly opens up to become a larger and more daunting maze of rectangular rooms, filled with even tougher swarms of robots and bullet chaos to take on. But every time you have to go through those same pipe doors over and over, it just gets a bit tedious.
Yeah, I just wish they'd included some shortcuts or something once you'd opened up that area. I also wish that the different attacks had more of an effect on the different types of robots. You can swap between any of the girls once you rescue them all, but no matter which attack I used against them, the abilities all pretty much had the same effect.
It's true, there isn't a whole lot of depth to this game, but it's also not trying to be anything more than a simple arcade shooter, and it does an adequate job at creating a fun distraction in the form of a cartoon-inspired blast fest.
I think you're right, Darren. This game isn't particularly deep, but it's also quite cheap. What are you going to give it, Hex?
Well, I think this genre of game suits the cartoon really well, and while it's not the most inventive game in the world, it's also something that I'm happy to sit down and play in short bursts. I'd also recommend hooking up a controller because it suits it better. I'm giving it 6.
Yeah, it's a bit of fun, isn't it? I'm giving it 6 as well. Hey Darren, which Powerpuff Girl would you be?
I can't believe you'd even ask. Clearly I'd be Blossom. She's the tactician.
I'd be Buttercup because she's the toughest.
Makes sense. Well, I guess that leaves me with Bubbles.
I can see that.
Yeah, she was pretty cute, so
Well, thank you.
cute and...